Yeah, boss, we got big problems. You better call that robot that spot show. It's Spotbot. Anybody got a 20 on that spot bot? ETA ASAP. Over.
What it is, you see that gray cloud above us. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Whoa, watch where you're driving. Turn the blower down a touch there. I'm sure you guys love listening to that. We're gonna go out and finish moving that frac stuff from Strachan over to the ring road. It's not very far move. They're pretty close. It's probably half hour in between each location, give or take, you know. It depends on, we got a little skiff of snow last night because I had, I don't know, 58 centimeters, half an inch of snow on my truck this morning that I had to sweep off. And yeah, we'll go up there. I got a stinking suspicion that he had another guy out there and moved, because the guy that's got the brown tanks, it's called the Raven Rentals, he's got trucks too, so, and he's actually related to the guy, so he's kind of trying to edge in on my shit, you know. Just kidding. No, I'm like, why don't you try to edge in on Pato? That's the stuff I don't even want to do. Work is work, but that is hard work. So yeah, he said just drop off stuff beside the other tanks. So that means somebody was out there on the weekend while I was doing my reset and did some work, which is fine. I'm just gonna go out there and hawk loads today, and then we're gonna set up tomorrow. So that means I won't also have to deck off, because we had that one last green tank and the 2 mats that I would have had to deal with. So I'm going to be out there. I imagine there's going to be somebody else might be out there. Maybe Shane's coming out there with me, maybe not. We'll see when we get out there, I guess, or Shane's already gone. I'm not behind. It's only an hour and a half out there. We'd be out there for 9. It's 6:30. It is -10 though. It is a little chilly, and I'm kind of worried about the truck. I know I'm gonna have some struggles, but if I'm just hawking loads today, no problem. That'll be fine. I will have to move my 5th wheel, which should be fine. The fact is that I left it as a snowball for the past 2.5 days parked outside, when I should have spooled in my line and I should have put it inside, but somebody has a truck in the Jeep parked in the wash bay, so it was like, man, I just put in a 14-hour day, last thing I want to do, and it was cold and windy. Like, I don't want to spool in my line. I get that a lot. I don't want to do stuff. I'm surprised they still carry on and putting cameras all over the place, because it is a lot of work. You gotta remember to stop. Put that camera out there. Remember to press record. I remember the first couple of years I was doing it, I was always just like, oh, it didn't record, or oh, I'm like, I gotta get that camera out there now. It's the pre-plan it out, is put the camera out there before I get to location. It's nice because you get that nice flow of transition from in the truck to out of the truck without stopping. You keep working. Yeah, just stuff like that. But I think it's all in my head. Really, a lot of this stuff could be shortened, and I have shortened a lot of stuff. It's starting to get like monotonous to me. I know a lot of people probably it isn't, but to me it's getting a little monotonous, like tank farms. Shit, I don't know. I need to find a way to make that super awesome it though. I'm just like, do half live, half music and sped up and just trying things. I know the majority of you guys enjoy it either way, but I do a lot of tank farms. So it's kind of like my thing. I don't want it to be my thing, but it's my thing. That's why I jump on these rig moves. They're like, wanna go rig move? Yes. Something, please, something different. Then it's usually pretty awesome because you get to see all the awesome trucks. You get like, that's the meat and the potatoes of the Alberta oil field is the drilling rig moves, really. I just don't want to do them every day. A lot of those guys, they'd be like in their truck for a week. You're gonna do this move, then you're gonna do this move, and as soon as you're done that, you gotta go over and help with this other move that they're gonna be half done. It's like, geez, 2.5 rig moves later, you get home. I don't like that. Maybe if I had a truck that had a shower in it. Thought about trying to have ways to have portable shower, which would only work in the summer. I'm like, oh, if I can't leave the heat on, obviously in the summer it'd be too hot. In the winter I could have hot water, but I'm not gonna shower outside because it's too fucking cold. You'd die, especially in Canada. Well, last month wouldn't have been too bad, but it's cold. Well, what the fuck are you doing? I almost hit you, you fucking idiot. Here we go again. Fucking retards. I wasn't expecting you to turn left in the straight through lane. But anyways, let's go in and fire up this cold ass truck that's been sitting for 2 days and minus 15. Do we call this a cold start? Probably not really. This is Canada. Everything's cold start. Well, the heater's on. That's a good start. Guess it won't be a cold start after all. Fucking Dodge. Anybody else got a 3rd gen? Snow piles up in the door along the seal here. And when you open it, it falls on the seat, the floor, all the controls, every single time. What? For crying out loud. Ricky. Well, just throw this 360 on the ground in the snow. My soap is frozen for some reason. That's a hell of a way to treat your most expensive camera. What is it? I didn't mean to, it just accidentally. I was gonna catch some drifting coming into this shop because I figured there'd be some fresh snow, but the window was frozen. It wouldn't roll down. It's like, okay, well, I guess that answers that. I'm not doing any drifting. Fuck, I took my winter front off the day before it got cold. That is a pisser because it's a pain in the ass to put on when it's cold. Doesn't, you have to like, it shrinks a little bit in the cold. I think we got this pretty much fixed. Turn that up a lot. Ooh. Make sure there's nothing in there way. Yeah, we're good. Might only be minus 10, but we got wind, so it's chilly willy. Fine once I'm suited up and working, you know, but as we sit right now, it's cold when I'm not dressed for it yet. Near heat. Didn't clean my wind. Uh-oh. That button's been acting up. There you go, park the pickup. Back in a little bit when it's a little bit warmer. get stuck behind people. Like, do you think doing 90s like all that much safer than doing the speed limit? You just put your purse down. Excuse me. Looks like he's a hotshot driver, so he should have some driving experience. I started thinking about it, and I had something I want to tell you guys. I'm gay. Just kidding, it's a fucking joke. No, there was a time, I was like, how many times did I get in trouble for driving? I was like, or how many times did I get yelled at by my father? But it actually counted on one hand, and I do believe it's 2, it might have been 3. But he yelled at me twice for never putting away the tools. And I guess he didn't really yell at me on the 3rd time, but I got brought home in a cop car, and I heard that belt come out of those belt loops after they closed the door. My mom and my dad both answered the door with the cops. Pulled into the driveway, and that Mr. and Mrs. Coey. As soon as that door closed, there's that leather belt with the Frontier belt buckle come out of those loops on those Lee Wranglers, whatever they were back then. Dad was super cowboy style, and I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. And I don't know if he just lightly whipped me with it. He hit me with like 2 times as I was going down the stairs. I didn't really run from it. And I know my mom always told me that it hurt him more than me when he had to punish me because I was his boy, but whatever, I get it. Like, it shouldn't have been brought home from a cop car. What we were doing, we've somehow ended up getting on the roof. We're bad shits, man. Like, I would sneak out at night and we would go ride our BMXs all over the place and screw around. We were at the school, my elementary school at the time. It was in elementary school, so it was grade 4, 5, 6, I don't even know. It was the only one of the places you could go and kind of hang out, because they had swings, we had an adventure. Like, the big toys we had in the 80s were phenomenal. They were badass. Like, you don't see them now because too many kids are like, oh, my kid got hurt, you need to pull this off the playground because here's my purse. Was another thing I was thinking about, right? So, like, we had big toys where you could fall off this big toy and you were 20 feet in the air and you would die. You'd break a neck, break a leg, break a neck. Possibility of death was everywhere in the 80s as a child, and it was awesome. I highly recommend it, but they took all that stuff away. Even when I went back in the later years, I think by the time I was in grade 6, that adventure toy was gone. And it was like a huge obstacle course. Like, if you ever watch those Chinese shows like XTO used to have, I think it was XTO, Extreme, whatever, but they used to have, like, I don't know what's out. I want to try to use Pro Video on this. It's like, it has issues. I think it only records so long and then it saves, and then when it's trying to save, it's having issues. But anyways, have to, like, literally keep an eye on it. I'd like to pick up probably all of my worst driving habits from my dad. Like, pretty much, I'm gonna go with like 90% of the time reckless driving. I try not to as much, like, I'm probably a lot more calm than my dad was, but my dad got a stunning ticket on Main Street in Whitehorse for someone dared him that he couldn't do a brake stand in my mom's 68 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, which was 2-door, white with black interior. It was a sick car. It had like a 5 something big block, whatever Cadillac's biggest big block was back in the day. It was a heavy car. It was sick. I wish I had it. So he's like, it's like, don't tell me I can't do something. And I carry that instinct a lot. Don't tell me I can't do something, because I'll prove you wrong, and I'll drive circles around you with a car with half the horsepower. well, it depends on your skill level, but the majority of people, they buy an expensive, fast car, but they ain't got no skill set to drive it. And I'll be like, I shame you in my Volkswagen with your IROC or your Camaro and shit like that. I had lots of fun doing stuff like that. But anyways, I was thinking about that. I don't know why it just came up, but I just thought about it. And yeah, it's like, don't come home in a cop car. Well, you drive as reckless as you want. And that's why I barely hold a license. I've been really good. I've only gotten one speeding ticket since I've been at Cyprus, so. But road trade, it was a constant revolving. I was always like barely holding onto my license. And there was a time there when I had like, what are 3, 6, 9 demerits, I think, off my license. For A, running a yellow light, that's 3 demerits. Running a stop sign, 3 demerits. And I think an 80 and a 60 is 3 demerits. To remember them all. And they're gone. They come off every 5 years, I think, is what it is. 3 or 5. Something like that. But it's always like you're constant, okay, that one's gone, but I got a new one. I'm like always hanging it out on the edge, and my driving style probably shows a lot too. I'm a little aggressive in every condition. Like, I don't care if it's straight skating rink. I got a couple videos where I'm passing people non-stop of bed loading a garbage can out to Provost, and it was a skating rink, and I'm like, get out of the way. You had to like plan everything way ahead. I'm like, oh, here comes my turn in a kilometer, Jake stalling sideways, just trying to slow down to get to it, and that's the kind of person I am. I know it's reckless. I don't do it if there's somebody in front of me. I can smell my Windex I'm thawing, and it's better. Which one's on which side? Oh, it's the 9 on the right, 11 on the left. Looks like it got pretty warm here. Well, it warmed up after because I went and did that rig move, right? Put that camera there. I know it's nicer if it's up on top of the D sign in the center, but it's a whole nother step I hate doing all the time is climb up there. Plus everybody's looking at you. What's that guy doing? We're gonna grab these 2 tanks first. Oh yeah, don't center it because it throws off. Can I? I'm gonna try it. I think I remember there was an issue with doing this, but I gotta go get the chains, okay? Hang tough. Rubber gloves, -12. Might just have to load them up and get out of these holes, because man, it must have melted some furious here. The tanks, push the tanks back, they dig in. Generally, you want the chain underneath this bar so it lifts up and pops it over the rolls. So when it's under, it doesn't work as well, but once it's on the trailer, you'll have the distance to be able to slide it under. It's just another step. Or you can just go with it and be lucky, maybe. Through my experience, which I have a little bit, it normally doesn't work out. So you're back there chaining it down. I just change it anyways. Typical of me. Probably be coming here like 6 times today. Unless somebody's coming to help me. Don't want to be chaining up. I knew it. Fuck. Some of the joys of coming out with an icy trailer, they were pretty fucking straight, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, they were centered. It dipped right there, everything just went whack. I got an inside pin on the other side, so it's centered enough. It'll come straight when I heave-ho it off anyways. Chain it down, we'll just get out of here. It's an embarrassing looking load, but whatever. see if I can fix this nightmare or not. I left that chain shorter on that side, so it'll pull this front one over. There's a pin, and then hopefully this will kind of go in the right direction. That is not tight enough for my likings. How do I do this then? If I do this, maybe just the weight of the camera alone. Fuck. And I tightened that with the wrench, that one. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board and tighten that a little bit more. That's the problem with these aluminum mounts, is sometimes they're spread a little too much. The tool out. Like your tool. Take off this bolt so I can get to that one. Oh, that's tight now. We'll go a little bit more. This is the wrench they give you. It's plastic. Way to go, GoPro. Like, aluminum is the key, or billet or something, you know? Like, I can't get that tight enough either. Really, I only need the top one to move. Get out of here before the rig and the sub and everything else. It's kind of my plan, but we'll see how long this takes. Could be fucking around here a little bit. time since I've been that shitty. Let's go do it again.
Thank you. I think it might be even more level if you get over to your swamp side, like 4 feet, Trev. Yeah, catch her straight there and back up if you want or whatever. Yeah. Hey, pick up there, we got the roadblock just around the bend there. We're loading us up. That works. Just gonna keep going.
I guess you're not gonna keep going now, are ya? I work for so I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, see how that works out for you.
You out here, total? Yeah, just move it back up where you pull in here and the sub should be just a little load here. Alright. 200 heavy wire and 6 on the ring.
Sorry.
give her bud.
No major rush today.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for waiting.
Hey, no problem, by the hour.
Perfect.
I wish it wasn't all chunky and icy. Rocking me all over the place. Rocking the reservation. Is that offensive? I don't even know. I don't know what offensive is. Try not to have a repeat of last time. Completely screwed me big time. Stuck behind the sub because I wasted too much time. That sounds like someone's Morse coding. It was way nicer before it snowed. I'll tell you that. Oh, it's fun. Someone left it on the ground. It's probably me. Fuck. This is what happens when you don't hang your slings up properly. Since my load sling's already on, I'm just gonna use it. You can actually steer tanks a little bit better with it on. Using my load sling versus just the tank sling. Doesn't matter. Whatever's on the truck, that's what I use. Time to get the sand out of that back tank. See that? That's gonna look awesome on slow-mo and replay. I kind of forgot there was a lot of sand in the back tank.
Yeah. Oh.
Hi!
Okay, it was close.
So there's Brent. That's great.
times because I emphasize on it so much. It's part of the transition. Wasn't even in the right spot. Didn't clean that little mirror. Scoop myself a rig load. Not that I wanted it, but I got it. Help out. Can't do much there anyways, so we're at a standstill. They gotta level out stuff and yada 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 yada. So it's Tristan, so I'll help those guys. If it's Northwell, I'd probably say no, I'm good. So those guys never call, so. I guess those guys are busy. That's why Tristan's doing it, because it's usually Northwell that moves this rig. And it's going for a different oil company too, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. So that means we might only have one more hole for this frac stuff and we'll be done. For the Orland stuff for the summer, maybe. They're not super crazy on drilling holes. They're actually a pretty small company. They just do a couple a year. Not that it's not really small, but they like to take it slow and easy. If you know what I mean. It's like a high school relationship. Oh, you can totally read that, right? So pointless having D signs in the winter. So we're gonna take this. I think he said it was by Eagle Hill, which is right west of Olds. I was quite content with doing nothing and just gonna go home and drink beer, but CVIP sticker's falling off. I didn't work Saturday, Sunday, so I should probably try to scoop as many hours as possible every day until I run out. It's just work a couple days and I reset. It's kind of how we're going about it right now. We don't need to work the guy. Whoever's got the most hours, let's get him on that reset. Try to fine line, figure out how we're gonna do this with so little people around in our branch, right? Because we've only got. Did I just turn that inside out? What's going on here? No, that's right. We definitely don't have more drivers, right? None of us would be happy about sharing our truck. Someone that bounces around while we do resets. But you know, what do you do, right? Some people have to do it. And that's where team drivers and stuff like that, they really, that stuff works for them, but doesn't really work for us. Loaded wide, one on the ring. It's not super busy where a guy can't. It's just sometimes falls on like, oh, I need you. He needed me Saturday, Sunday, and I'm like, I got 8 hours. I need 36, and you might as well give me 48. Because really, I worked my ass off last week. I'm like, I don't want to work anymore.
Miss lunch. No energy for second half update.
Uma ameaça foi detectada. Uma ameaça foi detectada.